Big changes coming to minimum wage in BC, which will now be tied to inflation. But many in the business community feel a bit blindsided. For more on that, let's go to Tyler Orton from Business in Vancouver. Good morning, Tyler. The province did not provide the 6 months notice like they promised.
Yeah, and this is stacked on top of the mandatory 5-day sick leave that was introduced late last year. And at that time, businesses were only given about 5 weeks notice that it would go into effect January 1st. So businesses are saying, we need certainty. This is according to the Retail Council of Canada's own Greg Wilson. And these sorts of wage hikes, it introduces more uncertainty into their budgets. Harry Bains, the Minister of Labour, he says the reason why it's going into effect in about 2.5 months rather than the 6 months is that they want consistency with regards to wage hike dates. It's going to be June 1st, not just this year, but next year as well. So businesses, the silver lining for businesses, they're saying, is the fact that this 40-cent hike to $15.65 is actually a little bit lower than what they were originally expecting, but still a little bit of friction between government and business right now.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, Tyler, we just looked at some of the markets. Oil down for the first time in a while, but the price of oil has still gone through the roof over recent months, and the loonie has held pretty steady. So are we still expecting to see a bit of a jump there?
Well, there's a little bit of difference of opinion between economists right now. And look, at the start of the pandemic, we saw that oil prices dropped about $17 US per barrel. And with that, the loonie was trading at about 70 cents US. So it's often considered to be a petrodollar, in which the currency is tied very heavily to the price of oil. That's not what's going on right now. And so we do see that BMO economist Benjamin Wright he's saying that there's probably three different things going on. Either there's little international interest in investing in the Canadian oil sands. It could be that the U.S. is now outstripping production relative to Canada in ways we have not seen before in decades, or else just investors are flocking to the U.S. dollar versus the Canadian dollar. It says that, maybe we're just kind of in wait and see mode. The loonie still has a potential to fly upwards by the end of the year, but we also have CIBC economist Avery Schenfeld. He says that he foresees the weakening, at least modest weakening, of the loonie moving forward in the next few quarters. So we'll have to wait and see at this point, but still a little bit of uncertainty about where the dollar is right now.
Yeah, oil has historically stirred the drink for the Canadian economy, so it'll be interesting to watch indeed. Tyler Orton, thank you.
Thanks, Paul.